watching Just the News. I'm Amata Balachandra. We start off with Russia-Ukraine crisis. It's day 6 of Russian invasion of Ukraine. There's been no breakthrough in the first round of peace talks that were held between Russia and Ukraine. The MEA today has said an Indian student has been killed in the shelling in Ukraine. The spokesperson in a statement has said, and I quote, "With profound sorrow, we confirm that an Indian student lost his life in shelling in Kharkiv this morning. The ministry is in touch with his family. We convey our deepest condolences to the family." End quote. Now, 21-year-old Naveen Shekharappa, a final year medical student from Karnataka's Haveri, died when Russian soldiers blew up a government building today. In the meantime, Naveen Shekharappa's father has alleged that no one from the Indian embassy reached out to stranded Indian students in Kharkiv in Ukraine, and this is according to the PTI. Meanwhile, in a new advisory, the Indian embassy in Kyiv has said, and I quote, "All Indian nationals, including students, are advised to leave Kyiv urgently today, preferably by available trains or through any other means available." End quote. Till now, 9 flights have been sent to evacuate Indian nationals from Ukraine. 7 of those have reached India. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked the Indian Air Force to assist in evacuating nationals. According to PTI sources, Indian Air Force is likely to deploy several C-17 aircraft as part of the Operation Ganga from today. A lot of reports are coming in from the second largest city of Ukraine, Kharkiv. Russian missiles and rockets hit Kharkiv today. At least 10 people were killed and 20 others were injured in a huge explosion when a Russian missile hit the regional government's headquarters. Now, this is according to the State Emergency Service, as quoted by Interfax news agency. According to the BBC, an opera house and a concert hall were also hit in Freedom Square. In a video address, Ukraine president has said, and I quote, "This is the price of freedom. This is terror against Ukraine." End quote. In the meantime, in the northeastern city of Oktirka, up to 70 Ukrainian soldiers have reportedly been killed in a Russian artillery strike. Now, Ukraine president has signed an application on Monday asking that Ukraine should be allowed to join the 27-nation European Union. He posted photos online of himself signing the application, and his office said the paperwork was on its way to Brussels, where the EU is headquartered. Also, while addressing the European Parliament in their special session, he said, and I quote, "Nobody will break us because we are Ukrainians," end quote. He also says Russia has been targeting Ukrainian children, with 16 dying just yesterday. He called for the Parliament to prove you are together with us. He said, "Prove they will not repel Ukraine and prove they are real Europeans." Now, this is according to Ukraine, which has now said that over 5,700 Russian soldiers have been killed. The defense minister has said, and I quote, "It's only indicative estimates, but it illustrates well the situation of the occupier. The enemy is demoralized. He is in agony," end quote. Now, the official also went on to claim that 198 Russian tanks, 29 planes, 846 armored vehicles, and 29 helicopters have been destroyed. Now, here's the world's response to Russian invasion of Ukraine. Starting off with the UK. UK has ordered its ports to not provide access to any Russian flagged, registered, owned, controlled, chartered, or operated vessel. The UK has also blocked Russian planes from using its airspace. In the meantime, Germany's chancellor has announced that the country would sharply increase its spending on defense to 100 billion euros in 2022. Now, this announcement was made on Sunday, and the German chancellor called it, and I quote, "Germany's historical responsibility to ensure that Vladimir Putin does not turn the clocks back," end quote. In the meantime, Twitter will be labeling tweets containing content from Russian state-affiliated media websites like RT and Sputnik. This comes amid concerns of misinformation being spread through social media. Moving away from this big story now to India, and first up is COVID. According to Directorate of Education in Delhi, offline exams will be held for classes 10 and 12. Meanwhile, in circular, it also said, and I quote, consent of parents for attending offline classes or exams will not be mandatory for students of classes 10 and 12. Schools may also deploy transportation facilities for the convenience of students and parents with COVID appropriate behavior as notified from time to time. End quote. In other news, starting off with Karnataka, Congress Mekedatu padayatra has now entered Bengaluru. Now, the Congress is demanding implementation of the Mekedatu project across the Kaveri River. Congress State President D.K. Shivakumar apologized to the people of the city today as their march is expected to create traffic jams in parts of the city till the 3rd of March. Now, the Mekedatu project involves building a balancing reservoir near Kanakapura in Ramanagara district, to which neighboring Tamil Nadu is not okay with it, it's opposing it. Chief Minister of Karnataka, Basavaraj Bommai, has called the padayatra as politically motivated. Also in the news, the Supreme Court on Monday refused to interfere with the Karnataka High Court order upholding the dismissal of the bail plea of some of the accused in the 2020 Bengaluru riots case. Now, to give you a bit of a context, the violence in Bengaluru took place on the 12th of August 2020 and had claimed lives of 4 people. Around 3,000 to 4,000 people went on a rampage and set ablaze the houses of Congress MLA Srinivasa Murthy and his sister over an alleged inflammatory social media post by his nephew. Now, news coming in from Kashmir. According to India Today, at least 14 people, including children, were injured after a gas cylinder blast at a hospital in Kashmir's Anantnag district. The explosion was reportedly caused due to leakage of gas. On to business news right now, starting off with commercial LPG cylinders whose prices have been hiked. Prices of 19 kg commercial LPG cylinders increased by 105 rupees in Delhi and by 108 rupees in Kolkata. With this price hike, a 19 kg commercial cylinder will now cost 2,012 in Delhi and 2,095 rupees in Kolkata from today. The price of 5 kg commercial LPG cylinders also raised by 27 rupees. These rates will be effective from today. Between October 2021 to February 1st, 2022, the price of commercial cylinders had increased by 170 rupees. However, there has been no increase in the rates of domestic LPG cylinder. After we told you that Amul had raised its price of milk by 2 rupees per litre, Parag Milk Foods has also followed suit. It's raised the price of Govardhan brand of cow milk by 2 rupees per litre with immediate effect. On to sports news right now. The Badminton World Federation has announced that it is banning Russian and Belarusian badminton players from competing until further notice. Now, earlier, the BWF had cancelled all sanctioned tournaments in Russia and Belarus following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Now, the BWF has said that it fully supported International Olympic Committee, urging sports federations to move or cancel sports events planned in Russia or Belarus. That brings us to the end of this bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.